Hey guys, what's going on? I am Zach, and today I want to talk about my most anticipated game since, well, 2005 I guess, and that is of course Kingdom Hearts 3. Now I'm a pretty big Kingdom Hearts fan, and with the announcement that Kingdom Hearts 3 is finally in development at E3 2013, and the upcoming release of the 2.5 remix, Kingdom Hearts 3 is well and truly on my mind. If you've played the other games in the series, you have a pretty sound idea of what events need to take place in Kingdom Hearts 3 in order to conclude what has now become known as the Dark Seeker Saga. Now, a lot of people have talked about what they specifically want from the game, including worlds, characters, game mechanics, and the like. But I see little mention of what I consider to be one of the most interesting aspects of the numbered entries, and that is the bizarre as fuck prologues. Seriously, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 open with prologues that in no way set the tone for the rest of the game, and I love it. Imagine being a kid and borrowing those games from Blockbuster. You put that sucker in your PS2, play for an hour, and you go, what? And that goes double for Kingdom Hearts 2. Hell, you're not even Sora. And don't get me wrong, they're important for the story, but they've always seemed a little excessive, I guess. And yeah, like I mentioned, I'm a fan, and I have that shit down to a fine art now, but as a kid, I could spend like 5 hours dicking around Twilight Town, trying to pay for that damn watermelon. Now, that rant out the way, let's take a quick look at each of the game's prologues. Kingdom Hearts 1 introduces you to the main characters, their home, and their goals. That respectively being Sora, Riku, and Kairi, Destiny Islands, and traveling to an outside world. You're almost finished building the raft that will help you make your dreams come true, only for your world to be swallowed by darkness at the last minute, and it also introduces you to the controls and lets you choose a class, I suppose. Similarly, Kingdom Hearts 2 introduces you to the controls and classes, but introduces you to a new character, new setting, and new goals. That being Roxas and company, Twilight Town, and how they spend the last days of their summer vacation. That's as far as we're going with the Kingdom Hearts 2 prologue. It honestly could probably be a video in itself, and we don't want to go down that route. Now, my Kingdom Hearts 3 prologue follows a story introduced in the, the E3 2014 Kingdom Hearts 2.5 remix trailer. Christ, that's a lot of words. For those unaware, this involved two figures talking about the Keyblade War and the Lost Masters. And from what we're aware of, these figures are young Xehanort and young Master Eraqus. So the prologue starts in this time period where we see Eraqus and Xehanort training to become Keyblade Masters. Now, this is where we benefit from not setting it between Dream Drop Distance and Kingdom Hearts 3. Because of this, we can skip around through time. We can touch upon them training to become masters, when they first meet each other, the conversation from the E3 trailer, and even Xehanort's descent into darkness. It leaves a lot of room to explore a lot of the untold story about the main antagonist and the original Keyblade Trio's master. The controllers could be introduced in training activities like Birth by Sleep. You could control Eraqus and, fight maybe even a sparring match against a younger, less corrupt Xehanort. I'm not sure if class choice will be included because it doesn't seem to make much sense to have Eraqus choose stats for Sora X years down the line. Anyway, you get the gist of it. It's more of a device to set up the story for Kingdom Hearts 3, at least for fans anyway. I, for one, wouldn't mind seeing some of the major life events that saw Xehanort become the man we know, and it sure would be a whole lot better than those points scattered through the main game. Anyway, that's just my quick opinion on how I would like to see the prologue play out. Now let's move on to something just as interesting, distribution methods. Like I mentioned before, it's been almost 10 years since Kingdom Hearts 2, and by the time number 3 comes out, it'll have been even longer. And the change that will affect Kingdom Hearts 3 the most is the internet, in both terms of culture and distribution. You can go to any social media website and find groups and discussions dedicated to Kingdom Hearts, and sure, you could do that back then, but it was much harder to come by. But that's not what's important for Kingdom Hearts 3's release, it's the distribution that matters. Birth by Sleep and Dream Drop Distance both opted out of having their games on their platform's digital storefronts. Birth by Sleep in particular kills me, because it means I would have been able to play it on my Vita. But this time around, they pretty much have to be there on the PSN and Xbox Live Marketplace day one, like every other game available. Now let's look at another game, another Japanese game, another game of a hardcore fanbase, Metal Gear. Ground Zero has popped onto the scene earlier this year, and is the prologue to the Phantom Pain. Now I know the Kingdom Hearts 3 prologue that I set up and Ground Zeroes are totally different games, but I'd like to see it also be available standalone. Now they do have to do it differently because Ground Zeroes, that was truly fucked up. In my country, Australia, if you wanted a digital copy of Ground Zeroes on your PS4, it would set you back like $40. And if you wanted a physical copy, of that game, it was about $60 then. Yeah, $60. That's the price you pay for a full game in the United States. So let's not go through that again. So what should they do? Well, 1. No physical copy. Don't even make it an option. If you want to play Kingdom Hearts 3's prologue early, make them download that sucker. 2. Make it $10. There isn't a whole lot of variable gameplay here. It's not open world like Ground Zeroes. It's the sort of thing aimed at fans who want to get into Kingdom Hearts 3 before it's released. Just the sort of thing to reward our 10-year patience. 3. Obviously, if you download and finish the prologue, you don't have to play it when you buy the full game. Totally cool and helpful for those who want to pick up the game at midnight at launch so they can just jump straight into the main game. 4. The $10 you paid for the digital copy doesn't come off the full game's price. It just allows fans to play the game maybe 2 or 3 months early while making a little extra money on the side. Heck, maybe even PlayStation Plus or Games of Gold, it could be free. Get as many consoles as possible. I know I've played games I wasn't interested in spending money on just because they were free on the PlayStation Network with PS Plus. 5. If you do choose to play the prologue prior to the game's release, offer a little incentive, come on. Nothing that breaks the game's balance. Maybe Ericus's Keyblade at the start of the game, that could be a cool bonus, I suppose. I mean, we've already seen Sora pick it up in the original trailer after all, so that it could totally work like that. Anyway, all, thank you for watching. I think I've mentioned everything I wanted to. Let me know in the comments your opinions on the prologue, if you have better ideas. Do you have any ways to improve my ideas? Can you think of better incentives for playing it early? I'll respond in the comments if you strike up a conversation, and if you like, you could tweet me at @Iam_Zax. I tweet about Kingdom Hearts there all the time, as well as other things and other games I'm interested in. But until next time, take it easy guys, see ya.